Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer. Good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the hottest spot in town. And when I say the hot spot today, this is it. It is Sunshine's Corner. And today, all week long, I've been talking about fitness. I've been talking about taking care of the only temple that you have. And this young man right here, I've been trying to get, I think he's thinking I'm running from him because, just might be right. But no, we are going to talk with Coach Brown today. Coach Pound.
Coach
Brown.
Larry Pound Brown.
Larry Pound Brown.
That's right.
I mean, thank you. You said you've been there since what time?
3:30 every single morning. Monday through Friday, I'm up at 3:30 a.m. making things happen. Yeah, changing lives. Absolutely.
I love that. You said changing lives. Okay, everybody, we're going to talk fitness today. Why?
This is for you before we get started. I wanted to give you one of my Letterman jackets. And this is actually a free training session that I want you to bless somebody with, however you want to do it, whenever you want to do it.
Oh, we're going to do that today.
All right.
Oh, wow. Oh, thank you. Look, I'm going to wear my, look at the color. Red. But listen, I'm going to put this right here. But listen, what I want to talk to you about today, ladies and gentlemen, you hear me always talk about taking care of this, taking care of the temple. Make sure you got this in order so you can do what you need to do. You're a trainer.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been doing it for a long time.
A long time.
And I never forget the testimony I heard at Willow's place when he did the breast cancer thing. This young lady that you took on, and how you worked with her because she had been diagnosed. I'm not calling any names. But the fact of it is, what you did with her was so spectacular. What is it that, and I got to be real with you, Coach.
Absolutely, always.
So many people today, they want to lose weight, but they want to get a quick fix. They want to go to the knife, they go to the surgery. Now they got this shot that you take. But I think if you want it, you got to work for it.
I agree, 100%.
I mean, because I don't get me wrong, please, anybody, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. That's your choice, what you want to do, but I would recommend getting up and go work out or change your eating habits. How is it that with that quick fix, you want it? I think and I'm not a doctor. You're a coach. You're not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor.
But you see things.
I see things.
And it's like, I think that quick fix thing is not good. That's just me. Because I think you should get up and work, because the minute you stop, I see the thing go back to the way it was. Because you didn't take on nothing new. Am I right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You got some truth in that.
There's some truth in that. What would you recommend? Okay, I wrote these down.
Okay.
Okay, I want to start off this.
All right.
What natural method can we use to lose weight to improve our health long term?
Okay.
How can we do that?
Starting off with a balanced diet.
Okay.
Everything starts in the kitchen. Your stomach is like your second brain. So I think if you can control what you're putting in your mouth, I mean, that's the first step. The next step is setting realistic goals. Most people, they just want to say they get excited. I call it the sunrise and sunset effect, right? It don't last long, but it's so beautiful, right? So they see somebody else's goal, they're watching somebody else's journey, and that's cool. You're motivated, right?
Right.
But you're not setting realistic goals for your lifestyle, right? So some people, they get the phone call and they be like, "Oh, coach, I want to work out 5 days a week, and yada, 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 this, that, and the third." I'm like, I know their story. I'm like, okay, you married, right? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, you got kids, right? And you work 3 jobs. I'm like, not saying it can't happen, but you want to start off slow, because most people want to start off big, right? And they're not setting realistic goals, so when they don't hit them, they completely stop, or they lose interest, or they feel like, man, this ain't for me right now. So I would say start off in the kitchen, be realistic. If you're a person that eat out a lot, start off with meal prepping. You know what I mean? It's hard because most people are like stress eaters and convenient eaters. When you get hungry, you want to eat, right? You're going to stop at the Chick-fil-A, the Popeyes, the whatever you're going to stop at, right?
Exactly.
Nobody's reading the back of labels. Nobody know where the food is grown, where it come from, whole 9 yards. So I would say, cook at home. Start in the kitchen yourself. Start working out at home. You know what I mean? Some people don't have the time or don't want to make the time. Let me say that, to go to the gym, right? It's not convenient for them right away. They haven't built that mindset. So you can do a whole calisthenic plyometric workout, stationary body workout right in the middle of your home.
Calisthenic.
And your home. Just basic stuff using your own body weight. And you can start there, walking around the neighborhood, riding a bike, going swimming. You know what I mean? You just have to start.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's it. Just be realistic.
Okay, now I walk a lot.
Okay.
I walk a lot. I'm talking 3 or 4 miles at the time.
Okay.
That's 3 days a week.
Okay, 3 days a week. I like it.
I walk.
All right.
But I want to, I have this, okay, now you said set realistic goals.
Realistic goals.
My realistic goal, I want to be,
Okay.
Anybody know that when COVID hit, I put back on a few pounds because I
Okay.
had got down to.
Yeah, we most did. We found out who we were during COVID. That's
Yes,
for sure.
Lord. Even though I thought I was doing it right still, but I couldn't get out and be there, but I didn't do the exercise. I can
Right.
tell you every Judge show that came on TV.
What's your favorite?
Judge Judy.
She be telling the truth.
She tells the truth.
Okay.
And she does not care who she said to, and she'll jump. She had me laughing.
Right. Okay.
But then but what I'm saying is, then slowly I was saying, oh, why are these pants so tight now?
Right.
Oh, why these pants are so tight? I'm back on my regiment.
Okay.
I do practice good eating habits.
Okay.
But I still, I see, when I look in the mirror, I don't like what I see.
That's motivation.
I don't like what I see.
Okay.
And I want to be this way, but I don't want to, I know I need to work out more with a lot of training because I had a guy that was working out with me, Josh.
Right.
And he would come in just one day a week at my boot camp at the Fricker Center where I still do that.
Okay.
On Tuesday and Thursday, I have the community come out with me free so I
Okay.
can keep you moving every afternoon for an hour and a half.
That's right.
An hour and a half.
Okay.
And he would come in, right? Oh my God, that little stuff. I mean, I went like that.
Right.
Snatch. But I want to go back to that because I want to be in a 6.
Okay.
I'm in an 8.
You in an 8? Okay.
But I want to be in a 6.
2 sizes down. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But how can you motivate people? They'll call me. They'll come one time. Oh my God, Sonshine, you so rough. No, I'm not. It's just that you're not used to it.
Right.
And you want to play. You won't even get yourself ready to do it. Somebody want to talk to you already, man. They ask, let's see what this is all about.
Okay.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Queen. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good. Guess what? Now, when you do it the natural way, you get an extra bonus, which is the development of your willpower.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to get in here this morning as quick as I could get it in there because I'm really learning a lot from this young man. But you get a bonus when you do it the natural way. And that growth and development of your willpower will help you in other aspects of your life.
Oh, absolutely. How's I tell you, man? I'm getting it.
Okay. You have some fabulous guests, Queen. You really do.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, love.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
All right, love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye. And you see, this is what this show is doing. We reach a lot of people.
Right.
And even when I'm out, I get the word, thank you for the guests that you have, because I go real.
Absolutely.
The things that we need to talk about, the things that we need to learn, like this body, I call it our temple.
It is.
That we got to take care of. Now, how do we build a sustainable routine with eating? Let's say with somebody, I've never done it before.
Okay.
What would you tell me to prepare? What would I cook? What would I eat?
Well, I would say,
What
honestly,
about my fried chicken?
I wouldn't recommend it.
There you go. Say that one more time. Get that fried
I wouldn't
chicken.
recommend it. Like I said, just being realistic, right? So if you're not a mechanic, what are you going to do?
Go to a mechanic.
You're going to call a mechanic, right?
Yeah.
Right? If you don't know what to eat, what you should be doing.
That's right.
You're going to call a nutritionist.
That's right.
So I think some people are afraid to call people because they feel like they don't have the money or they don't have the time. But you have so many people out here doing seminars. I could connect them with those people. I'll give them a few names today who are talking about what you should be eating, why you should be eating, calorie deficit, whole 9 yards. So I would just say go to a specialist or go to a trainer or a coach who actually specialize in that, because you have many trainers, but we all specialize in certain things, right? You know what I mean? And you don't want to be talking about things out of your scope of practice.
Right.
So with that being said, I would say go to a nutritionist. A lot of people don't realize that get a blood panel done. Your thyroid, your blood work, you can be deficient in things, plays a huge, major part in your workout routine and your diet. So I would say start off with a specialist, talking to somebody who knows exactly what they're talking about, because you don't know what you don't know.
I heard you say a calorie deficit. How do you know you're in that deficit? What do you have to do?
It takes a lot of work. One, your trainer or your nutritionist will put you in a calorie deficit. So if you want to gain weight or you want to lose weight, majority of the time is with losing weight. I know some people don't want to gain weight, believe it or not. I got a few people who want to gain weight. They'll put you in that calorie deficit where you should be eating. It'll say it's 1,500. So you're only allowed to eat 1,500 calories per day, and you have to get a certain amount of grams of protein per day, right? So it's your job that you have to know what 8 ounces of chicken look like.
My hand.
You have to know that, okay, this is my cheat meal.
Okay.
I need to read this, and if I want to have this is 600 calories. I only have X amount of calories left. You know what I mean? So now you're kind of playing with them taste buds and those habits that you had.
Right.
So it's just a matter of you can still have fun, eating healthy.
Right.
You just have to start. And
Right.
I think that goes with starting with a nutritionist or a coach that know exactly what they're doing or they're
Right.
talking about, and they can show you the cool things that you can eat and substitute it for certain things.
Sugar.
Yeah, sugar.
That's a bad one.
That's a bad thing. Our body don't know what to do with sugar, really. So
I was reading. I'm not cutting across.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
But I was reading here when I kept thumbing through stuff last night, and there was this doctor said that if you cut certain amount of sugar, that will even help you fight against disease.
100%. 100%. That's what it's all about.
If you cut something like sugar, you can fight cancer. Is what he said.
True statement.
It helped because sugar is such a killer. Hallelujah! I dropped sugar over 2 years ago.
Nice. That's what's up.
I
Congratulations.
dropped sugar.
Nice.
I do not do sugar.
Okay.
I drink my coffee and no sugar.
Right. Black only.
Look at this. I don't. Oh God, it's so many things. I try. Okay, there's this girlfriend of mine who wants to lose weight, and I can tell. I told her, I said, "Baby, you gaining. I see it."
Right.
And I said, but she's a junkie, junk food junkie. Potato chips, cookies, popcorn, Pringles potato chip, Lay's potato chip, Riddle potato chips. She said, "Oh my God, Sonshine, if I only had you're so disciplined, but how can I get?" It's in her head. It's gonna take her to want to do it, right?
It is. But most people, they usually have to go through something traumatic to
Shake them up.
shake them up a little bit, So, God forbid that it has to be something like cancer,
Right.
Or something like high blood pressure, or something
Right.
that's going to put them in a position where it's kind of life-threatening. Hopefully, it's something where I don't feel good. I'm tired and fatigued all the time.
Right.
Probably going to be your diet. Hopefully, it's something where, oh my God, I can't fit them pants anymore. I got to go shopping. I got to change my wardrobe. So hopefully, it's something along those lines where they look in the mirror and they're not satisfied with themselves, and that gives them the initiation to okay, it's time for me to do something. And that's usually what it is. But by that time, I wouldn't say it's too late, but it's kind of you're almost on that verge where you don't realize oh man, I've been playing around. So
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How long have you been doing this, Coach? Forever?
I've been doing this for 10 years now.
Get out of here.
10 years, yeah.
And you're so getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You really sold out.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus,
Yeah, 3:30 every morning.
And you're up
I'm up,
and awake.
awake, ready to go. First client at 4 a.m.
I applaud that client too.
Adam, Big Adam.
Oh yeah, Big Adam. Hey, bro. Okay.
My boy Judah. Adam and Judah, my 4 a.m. clients, they've been consistent. They've been rocking for me. They come every single morning, ready to show up, 4 a.m. They're not always happy about it, but they show up.
But you know what? We've been talking about me going with him now for a while. I'm gonna make that happen. I'm gonna say it on TV.
All right, y'all see that? We're gonna hold her accountable now.
I am going
we on
to
live
do
TV.
We're gonna do this, and you're gonna say, "Oh, look at that body. She's gonna melt away."
Absolutely.
I mean, I want that because I'm melting away now. I'm melting. Okay, look at this.
Okay.
What type of exercise are most effective for fat loss, energy building, without needing supplements or medications?
Okay, we're gonna start with diet first. We're gonna throw that right in there. So
Okay.
before you even step outside and do an exercise, diet. Good friend of mine, shout out to him, a mentor. Ira always used to say, you can't out-train a bad diet.
Oh
You
my
know what
God,
I mean?
he was such a good friend.
He was an amazing individual. So I want to give a shout out to him. God bless his soul. Shout out to all the trainers, anybody in Pensacola doing their thing, because
His wife is
that's
still
what it's
doing
about.
that.
She's still doing her thing, absolutely. Out
And
there.
she is, I saw her doing a handstand.
A handstand, absolutely, yeah.
And she's what, 60?
I don't know that now. You ain't gonna get me in trouble.
I mean, she's close to it.
She looked 40 to me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She looked. I mean, I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
Because.
Nah, but I think she's somewhere around there.
Yeah, because I remember we were talking before. When I saw her do, I said, "Oh my goodness!" Right. She was like, "Whole body up." Mm-hmm. She did a photo shoot, and I said, "Look at Halle Berry." No, but the consistency.
Yeah, the consistency. Yeah, if you stay ahead of the game, you don't have to backtrack. You know.
Okay.
So I'd rather walk to the finish line and try to run there. You know.
I like that.
Yeah.
Walk to the finish line.
Yeah, just walk to it. Just be consistent. Walk every day. Wake up and just do something small. Be realistic with it.
Let me tell you what I'm gonna say. This. I'm going to break. After I talked to you last night, I got up.
Okay.
I got on the floor.
Okay.
I put my feet up on the wall.
Okay.
But I was reaching to touch the wall with my hand to burn here.
Okay.
I did 100 this way.
Okay.
Did 100 from the side.
Okay.
Then I got him with the bed.
Okay, that's good.
But I
core
did
strength.
that.
Yes. A lot of people don't realize core strength is very important. Working your midline area, it puts you in a position where if you have lower back pain, it can come from a weak core. So definitely.
Oh, I got something else to ask him. Hold up. Let's go.
A six pack, right?
I want a six.
That's right.
I want that V. Okay.
Okay, there it is.
We got to come back and talk more with Coach Brown. I'm going to tell you, he is absolutely phenomenal and gave me somebody's going to win a week. A week?
Free training session.
A free training session. Yep. Not a week, a free training session.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stay with us, guys. We're going to give that away right here on Sonshine's Corner.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sonshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month during Sonshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
Early detection saves lives. The Florida Department of Health and Jackson County's regional Florida Breast and Cervical Cancer Early Detection Program, they're hosting a mobile mammography event on Thursday, May 15th, 8 until 5 p.m. at the Walton County Health Department at 361 North 10th Street, Jefuniak Springs. Free or low-cost mammograms will be provided to eligible women 40 to 64 who do not have health insurance or low income. To see if you qualify, call Ms. Davis at 850-526-2412, extension 206.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
At Pensacola Habitat for Humanity, we believe every child should have a safe place to grow. That's why we work with you and the community to build not just a house, but a home.
She worked very hard to get this house. I really appreciate that because, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now.
When you help build a home, you build a future. Pensacola Habitat for Humanity.
And welcome back to this Thursday edition of, I'm calling it Get Fit with Coach Brown. Well, no, Coach Pound.
It's Coach Brown. It's good. Yeah.
Coach Pound Brown.
Yeah.
Yesterday when I was thinking when I had to change some things around, and I went on social media, your name was like that. I said, I know who that is. But the fact of it is, okay, how can I reset my metabolism? And I'll say this, as you mature, your metabolism kind of slow down. I don't want mine to be so fast. What can I do to try to enhance that, to speed it up?
Same thing.
Eating.
Diet as well. So what you put in your body is what fuel your body, right? Your body's like a car. You know what I mean? You can't run off of water. You got to put the right gasoline. Some run off of 87, some run off of 89.
Right.
You got to figure out what you're running off of.
Right? I want to run off 93.
Well, you want to run off diesel, right? So there you go. So just finding out what you need for your body, staying consistent, stretching, recover. I always tell people they want to push. It's important to allow your body to recover. Proper sleep. If you got an injury, address it. You know, if your body, you have to listen to your body. Your body's gonna let you know exactly what's going on.
Okay, now when you say if I got an injury, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sciatic nerve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing about it?
Trying not to disturb it.
Okay.
No, it was back here several years back. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I thought I had pulled something.
Okay.
And I said, "Golly!" Then I got up that morning. I could hardly get out of bed.
Right.
Because it felt like this whole leg was like. But then I went to the doctor. That's what they told me what it was. And he told me a certain exercise that I have to do. And they were telling me, "You need a shot." I'm not gonna do that. I want to do it naturally.
Right.
I don't have the bad, but I don't want to trigger it.
Have you done any PT?
What is that?
Like physical therapy? Or massages, stretching,
I stretch.
modified exercises?
No.
See, we gotta do all that. I got you 4 things that'll help you with your sciatic nerve. Boom, just like that. Some little
Really?
PT training. Massage, by the way, I'm a massage therapist. For those who don't know, I'm a licensed massage therapist. And I can recommend other licensed massage therapists who are absolutely amazing in the community as well. Modified workouts, so you don't trigger your sciatic nerve.
So you wouldn't trigger it?
Yeah. It's you can fix about anything in your body. Your body's a machine. You just got the right mechanic.
Shade tree mechanic. You ain't never heard that, right?
I never.
You can tell he don't know about the blues. It was a song called like "Baby Don't Panic, I'll Be Your Shade Tree Mechanic."
All right, now don't make me get that song. I'll make a reel out of it.
It is a song called that by the late great Z.Z. Hill.
Okay, Z.Z. Hill.
It's a blues song behind. He was
all right.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay.
If you start, it won't start.
Some people start or won't start. They don't want to get out of bed.
That's me. Okay. No, but that's something else I want to learn. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm smiling, I'm talking because he switched some things around to make this possible so that we can educate each other. And I'm saying to you, I believe in when you take care of this temple, you're going to feel better, you're going to look better, you're going to live longer, and man, you're going to be able to get up to do the things that you thought you couldn't do.
That's right.
Don't settle.
Don't settle.
Do not settle. I do not believe in settling because, it's just the fact that I have learned with the little bit that I do by just keeping the people busy.
Right.
Keeping them moving.
Right.
What it will do for this body.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that you're smiling, but man.
I'm serious because it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. Your body has no limitations. The only limitations are in your mind.
Really?
That's what I live by.
Okay, if you got a question for the coach, and 850-432-7768, you can call or text to find out what you need to do. Let me say this. Don't settle. If you want to lose weight, because I know of people say, no, really, I don't really want to lose weight. Yes, you do. Because I see the first thing you get around, what can I get to lose weight? You just don't want to put in the work.
Right. There you go. There you go.
You want to lose it, but you don't want to put in the work.
Way.
Yeah, you want the easy way out, and anything easy ain't gonna last. You got to work hard.
You got to work hard. You got to be consistent.
You must be consistent. And no, girl, why do you want to be this way? I said, you do too, because every time I see you, ask about what you can give me to get this off. Work it off.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when it comes to being, I look at this. Our skeletons are the same.
Right. Right.
Nobody believed it.
Yeah, no big bone, right?
No, look. Just the other day, I was headed to Montgomery, and this person that I want to get on this plan, right?
Okay.
She said, I'm big boned. I said, that's a tail.
Right.
I said, your bone the same as mine. I said, no, everybody in my family big boned it. That's not true.
Just an excuse. Sounds good.
So if I'm big bone, so my bone over here, come on, I just...
Right, make it make sense, right?
Make that make sense.
Yeah.
I'm big bone, you big-handed. You know I love you, girl. But it's that way. I want people to get out of that habit of saying that. And when you know that you want to, you know that you're overweight, don't go to a quick fix. Now, I know some people, there are things called eating disease. There are habits. Like I watched the 600-Pound Life with Dr. Nile. That's a disease.
Right.
But what he's also teaching is the same thing you're saying. He said, I'm going to teach you what you need to do, how to eat. Now, if you show me you can turn this around and eat, then I'll get you to the point to get the surgery so you can train, but you can't live by that. You still got to change your eating habits.
Right, 100%. There's rules to it. There's levels.
Rules. And when I see a person that go through all of that, but if I'm out and I see you ordering, I mean, I'll take this big old steak with some big old rolls over here and give me some butter over here on this side.
Texas roll, house rolls, baby. Extra butter instead of me. Give me 10 on 2 baskets, please.
Hello. But that means that you're not ready for it here. You want the results, but you want them quickly. But you're not thinking about what's healthy about what you're doing. I believe in being healthy. I believe in that. And I can say, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. I don't take nothing but vitamins. Nothing but vitamins. And I think that anybody can do that. Oh, but you know, sugar in my family. Yeah, sugar in your cup. Do you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
You're putting on something.
You're talking now. Yes.
You know, but my mama had it.
Right.
So it's just in our genes. No, it's not.
No, it's
I'll say this.
Right.
Every time your elbow bend, your mouth open. I got that from Ira. But the fact that we're talking life today, people, we're talking things that you need to do. Now, how do you overcome cravings? Emotional eating. Don't go buy that pill. I tried it once. That appetite suppressant.
Okay. Right. Had you all shook up?
Man, I was cleaning the walls in the house 2 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep.
Right.
But then I found out what it was doing.
Right.
I stopped. But how can we get over things like that? It's all about the planning, right? That we try to get people to do.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to the 4 P's. You ever heard proper planning prevents piss poor, whole 9 yards? You get what I'm saying?
Proper planning prevents piss poor.
Process, whatever you want to put behind
it.
Yep. Everybody got their own P's. So I would just say being,
really? I never heard the P's.
Yeah, just being proactive instead of reactive. Most people have good intentions, right? But I would tell any individual to ask your actions what you really want, right? Ask your actions what you really want, right? So we wake up in the morning, you get the phone call and say, oh, Coach Brown, I want to work out. And I'd be like, okay, how many days you want to go? What are your goals? You know, make them do the whole intake form, whole 9 yards, right? And they'll come and they'll work out, and probably about after 30 days, you know, we start to do our assessment, right? And then I started asking them about their diet. It's the first place I always go, right? And I'm like, okay, what you eat? Send me what you're supposed to send me, right?
Right.
And they were like, well, man, I ate out last week, man. We went out of town, and you know how it is, man. You get off on the exit, had to get gas and whatnot. And I'm like, why you didn't plan for that? You knew you was going out of town. You knew every time that you go out of town and you get off on the exit, you're going to eat at a Chick-fil-A, at a Popeyes, and you're going to want to eat because you're a convenient eater, right? So what you're telling me is like, hey, I just want to work out and make it look good, but in actuality, I don't want the results that I told you I want. And no, I do. Those are your intentions talking. What are your actions saying? Because your actions are telling me that you're whatever age you are, been driving for years, been eating for years, been planning for years, and you haven't decided to switch up your routine to better yourself. So your actions tell you that you still want to be fat. You still want to be on that medication. You don't want to change your gene size. You don't want to not have cancer. You don't want to try to beat cancer. Whatever the situation may be. So to everybody out there, if you're listening, everybody got good intentions. It's good to have those good intentions. It's good to have that initial thought of like, I want to do something. But I challenge you guys to always ask your actions what you really want in life. Because it never lies to you. It never lies, right? So if I say, oh man, I want to be stronger, right? I want to be bigger or something like that, but I'm not getting my daily intake of protein. And that's part of the process, right? So do I really want it? No, because if I did, I would do it, right?
Right.
I'm telling you I want to do it. What are my actions saying? You know what I mean? So that's what I challenge all my clients to do when they come in. We set realistic goals. I hold them accountable, and I put them in a position where they have to ask themselves that same question. What is it that you really want? And they don't get to tell me with their mouth. They get to tell me with their actions.
Right.
So I asked them, is that what you really want? Why are you eating this? Why did you miss the gym last week? Why is it that when I wrote you a workout when you went out of town that you didn't need the gym? Why you didn't do that workout? Why you didn't report back to the group? You don't want it.
Now, you see what I love about that?
You don't want it.
Now, I love accountability.
Right.
I think that's why I was so successful before, because I had someone that I had to be accountable for. Once a week.
Right. I have an accountability partner.
Really?
As a trainer, I have an accountability partner. Absolutely.
See, because I don't have
I have an accountability partner. My brothers, we got a group right now. Everybody It's 5 of us, all of them. Shout out to my brothers right now. They get it in, even if I wanted to slack. As a trainer, I go through stages where I feel like, man, I don't feel like working out today. Oh man, I want to go back to that bad habit. You know what I mean? But I have an accountability partner that helps me. Not only that, I know the consequences and the results of both. Yeah, absolutely. So I'll be lying if I don't have the thoughts. I'll be lying to say if I'm not tired. I'll be lying to say that, hey, every morning I wake up that if I'm not pumped, you know what I mean? It happens. You go through those phases. But after a while, it just becomes a lifestyle changes and you erase the goals.
Oh man, I need the accountability. You see, I'm strict when a person goes to call me out. I'll say, oh no, you know, I'm going to show you.
I'm going to show you, yeah.
I'm going. See, that's me. And see, I don't have that accountability now. I'm trying to be accountable with myself. And so what I won't do, I won't purchase certain things and have it in my house.
There you go.
There's only certain things in my. You go to my refrigerator now, you're going to say, oh, did you eat anything?
But you put yourself in a position where you're ready.
Exactly. I mean, and that's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Do you hear what he's talking about? These are the things that we've got to do to make sure that we take care of the only temple that we ought to have. Try it. Don't just talk it. Do it.
Do it.
I'm talking about longevity.
Longevity.
Live longer, feel better, look better. And there's one more thing I got to hit when we come back, because this is going to sound harsh, but I'm going to talk about it right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Florida Department of Health breast cancer screening event in Santa Rosa County. With breast cancer, early detection saves lives. On May 14th from 8 a.m. until 5, the Florida Department of Health in Santa Rosa County will host a free mobile breast cancer screening event at Santa Rosa Health Department at 5527 Stewart Street. You're eligible if you are age 40 to 64, a citizen of Florida, and a resident of Florida that have no insurance. Free lunch will be provided. Register today by calling Amber at 850-316-2706.
It's baseball season. From heart-stopping plays to legendary victories, this is baseball at its finest. Grab your seat, bring your energy, and witness greatness live. Don't just watch it, feel it. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos are back, and you can watch Pensacola Blue Wahoos home games live on Fridays and Saturdays, only on Blab TV. Love the Blue Wahoos but can't watch? Get your tickets now.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
I love that dress.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner. We are talking with Coach Pound Brown, and I tell you what, he tells me how to knock them off pound by pound so I can touch the ground. No, I'm going to make this happen because I want you to see a transformation in me. Because if I can do it and I'm over blank, you can do it if you're not there.
All right, come on now.
Okay? And I've had that determination. The thing I want to talk about, because it is truth, and this is not anything talking about anybody, it's just the truth. When we see a person or people right here, that tells me that you're really eating the wrong things. Okay. And you can do that. That means you're really
right.
And that's where some interest hit me. Okay, I got some of the questions in my head.
It's a lot. It's all right.
Okay, but when I see that, a person should really, okay, I need to start doing something. And is this true? Please, I'm talking natural. Your body can store up to 5 pounds of poop.
That's true. That's a fact.
Golly.
That's a fact.
And it can be there for years. I'm just saying, we being real, Coach.
Right, yeah.
Because I know when you start to eat the right foods, you go to the bathroom more. Anything that goes in should come out.
There you go. One in, one out.
One in, and that's why it's created this way. Right. In, out.
There you go.
It does what it has to do, and then it has to release itself. But when you see, I talk to my dear friend, girl, I don't go to the bathroom but once a week. Something wrong with that picture.
Something wrong with it.
Something stopped up.
Right.
I mean, how? I didn't mean to say it like that.
No, you're talking real.
I'm just being real.
Right.
How can we get people over there? And I mean, I look at, how can we get people to the point to understand, okay, it's okay to talk to somebody what you don't know about. Somebody like you that can educate you on what you need to do to take care of your body so that you can get to the next level. It's not comfortable. And this is not anything vain in me. I like being small. And I'm gonna do what I got to do to stay small.
Absolutely. I tell everybody, information is free. If we can just take our cell phones, social media, YouTube, Google, and use it for what the things we post to, then you'll get all the answers you need. You can probably YouTube anything, right? You just gotta want it. You just gotta want it. So some people are satisfied or content, whatever word you want to use, with being overweight. Some people are content and happy, I would like to think, that they don't care if they're going to die of cancer or cardiovascular disease or whatever the case may be, because I believe like when you know better, you do better. And let's just say that they're unaware, you know what I mean? And that's where we come into play.
Right.
You know what I mean? Somebody hopefully watching right now, we motivate somebody to get off the couch. You know what I mean? Or all the TV shows out there or anything, like I said, that you can YouTube or Google, you know what I mean? Find what motivates you, educate yourself on it, and once you find like your niche, like, oh, that was interesting.
Right.
Then keep digging.
Right.
What more
and
can
find
I
more.
Do? Yeah, find more.
I heard something that you do, and I think this is great. You're not even just telling about it. So come to me. No, you're saying find a way.
Find a way. I recommend other trainers all the time. I can call them by name right now. You don't have to come to me. Find another. It's other amazing trainers out there, all around Pensacola, Florida, all over the Panhandle, whole 9 yards. And it's like we collectively make the difference. You, anybody, not just trainers, nutritionists, people who are talking about it, educating people on it, to this overall healthy lifestyle change, because that's what it's about. Living longer, being in a position where it's like when you're time to retire, right? You've been working all your life, busting you know what, right? Are you going to be in a position to drive that vehicle, your car? Can you move? Are you limber? Right? Are you healthy? Right?
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Why? Okay, people like, okay, something, and I'll say, especially in my community, I can talk deep on that because I'm from the community.
Right, that's right.
Fried pork chops.
Okay.
Fried chicken wings.
Okay.
Hog maws.
Chitlins, candy yams, collard greens. Come on with it.
Right. I mean, a pound cake on the side.
Right.
I mean, and the pound cake so good, man. I mean, got that drizzle coming down.
Icing with it.
All that icing, right? Now, those things are good because I think you know, I'll say this too. When we grew up, I don't know whether you went through this era, but when the things that we didn't have, how our parents made a way.
Right.
And so, but then children were outside moving around. They were out there running, not in the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Playing video games.
You were burning it off.
Right.
But the fact of it is, I mean, if you want a pork chop, don't eat it every day that big. Portion control. Try it baked.
Right.
Bake it. I mean, the things that you like, but don't sit there and rest my darling mother's soul. Doctor told her one time.
Okay, bless.
Nah, Miss Moore, you need to lose weight. Okay, baby. Go home, mother had, she said, well, give me a little bit of this. The plate was still this high. Right. And then she turned around and said, I'll take a slim fast. I said, for what, mother? Well, the doctor told me I need to change my name. No, mother.
Right.
That slim fast, just your little sweet you want.
Right.
But I'm saying you things like that because she still wanted to eat what she wanted to eat. And thought because she had that slim fast, that really happened.
Right.
But what I'm saying to everybody, everything now, what I'm finding out that I already knew, it boils down to what you put into your mouth and the activity level that you have. You can't just sit there. You got to move. I don't care when you go to the doctor's going to tell you your diet and move and exercise. Those two things he's going to say all the time.
All the time.
And we got to really, really, really motivate you to get up off that couch. I want to do this. We're gonna give away this.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna get a free workout.
That's right. With Coach Brown.
Coach Brown Pound.
That's right.
And I tell you what, if you wanted the first caller that calls in, the ring is going to go back there.
Okay.
And they're going to let me know who it is. Call 850-432-7768. If you would like to be that person to learn how to take care of you, we got one for you. And I tell you, he's so gentle. He was out at the mall. We did the thing with Willow. Do you help Willow?
Yeah, that's my cousin. Yeah, we family. We locked in. Yeah, shout out to Willow. Yeah, that's my cousin.
Because I called him last night. Oh, I got somebody for you. But the fact of it is we want everybody to take the first step.
Right.
Because it is so utterly important to do that. I got one more thing I had written down that I didn't touch. Okay.
Right.
How important, okay, we already talked about that. Can strength training and cardio alone help me avoid surgery and them pills and them shots?
Absolutely. Any form of movement and a balanced diet can help you avoid those things. I wouldn't say it's the only thing, but it's definitely a start.
In the right direction.
In the right direction. It definitely can help.
Okay.
Just staying consistent with it. Like I said, saying realistic goals, you're being preventative. You know what I mean? You're being proactive. You know what I mean? So you just got to start. You just got to get off the couch and start, right? If you never worked out before, you don't know what you're doing. You know, most people, I see them every single day, and I walk over and I just tap them and I try to help them. They don't know what they're doing, and that's okay, but they're here. So I just tap them out and say, hey, you're doing that machine wrong, let me show you. Or, hey, you need to change this form, this will help with this. Or, hey, if you do this, you activate this muscle. Most people don't know how to work out, right?
Really?
And when you don't know how to do something, what you got to do? You either got to ask a professional or look up a professional.
Right.
You know, if not, you spend a whole year, a whole week, a whole month doing it the wrong way, right?
Right.
Do it right, you ain't got to do it what? Twice. There you go. That's it.
Okay, look at this. I'm listening to you, of course, okay, like now, for me, I really got to start this. Like, I don't like to get up early enough to go ahead and eat the breakfast, but when I get home at lunchtime or after that, I'll eat breakfast and I work from there.
Okay.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, like, I should be able, now for breakfast, I'll do something like a boiled egg.
Okay.
Because I don't like to cook them.
Okay.
I'll buy
It's already ready to go.
It's already ready to go.
Right.
I'll do a boiled egg. I like avocados.
Okay.
But I don't eat bread.
Okay. That's
I
good.
cut the bread out completely.
Yeah.
And I do only turkey bacon.
Okay.
That's my breakfast.
That's your breakfast. That's a good breakfast. That sounds like a good breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that's my breakfast. Now, like I tell them every day, I say, if y'all hear my stomach, don't say that, because I don't eat till I stop here, because I got this routine that I'm in. But the fact of it is, and I won't get on a scale.
Okay. Until when?
I won't, because it frightens me.
Right. Okay.
I look at what my clothes feel like.
Okay.
I look in the mirror, and I'll turn to the side.
Okay.
I'll turn to the front, and I'll say,
You find them angles.
Yes.
Like we taking the picture.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
And because of the fact, I think sometimes that scale will run you crazy. Because them numbers, you think it'll be down.
Right.
Is there a difference? Because I believe like this. So people say muscles weigh more than fat. Fat way more than muscle. I think a pound is a pound, isn't it?
A pound is a pound. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
We got some. We can go into a whole nother story in that, but it's the same.
It's because people,
it's the
I
same.
think that no, but muscle ain't no fat. That pound over here, no, it's not.
Right. Yeah.
I think if that paper weighed 2 ounces, put that other paper weighed 2 ounces, 2 ounces.
Right.
Right.
Now, what it looks like in your body is another
totally
story,
different.
But yeah.
Totally different.
Right.
Okay, so let's say I want a routine for myself. I get up in the morning.
Okay.
Slow dragging. But I don't want to be slow dragging. First thing I'm going to do when I hit that shower, get out the shower. Should I have breakfast then?
It depends on the individual.
Okay.
Every person is different, depending on their goals, depending on what's going on with the individual.
Right. Now, like I said, I want to get down some more. And I want to be that big.
Okay.
And that's not vain. That's just what I want. Because because when I did it before, but I had accountability.
Okay.
Every week I had somebody I had to be accountable for. This thing I was doing with the radio, I had to do that, right? I had to show that.
Okay.
But what I'm saying to you is this. Oh, girl, you too little. Oh, you look sick. I'm healthy.
That's right. And that's all that matters.
Right.
If you're happy with the person that you're looking at in the mirror,
right,
nothing else matters.
That's right.
If you're healthy from an internal perspective as well, that's the only thing that matters. We don't care what nobody thinks.
Okay, because why people do that? It's because of the fact that they gave up.
They gave up their own insecurities. They project their own fears. Some people want you to look the way they want you to look. They want you to wear what they think you should wear. They want you to think like them. They want you to believe in what they believe in. So it's just.
And it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, they just want to recruit you.
How can a person get in touch with you when they can find out all these ways?
All right, you can find me on Facebook, Larry Pound Brown on Facebook.
And he's holding a chair.
Instagram, you can find me _ No Bad Days Fitness _ yeah. Check out my social medias, inbox me. I look forward to working with anybody. If I can't help you, I guarantee you I can find somebody who will.
No Bad Days.
No Bad Days Fitness. No bad days. I abide by that. I live by that. That's my baby.
Okay, so no bad days.
Mm-hmm.
No bad days. I have them.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you know what? I know I gotta let you go because I keep looking. Oh God, I gotta let you go. But listen to this. I want to say I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna talk more of this because Coach has got to leave because he's got a client. That shift this around so he can come in. But I want to say thank you for getting up, coming in with us to share your knowledge. And I'm going to have you back.
Absolutely. I look forward to it.
Please.
I will.
Because we're going to work this out so I can get the fitness in. Because I believe if you learn to take care of the only temper you're going to have, you're going to feel better when you get up and look at me and say, ooh, I don't have that on my neck anymore. You know? And we'll tell you all about it right here on Sonshine's Corner.
I'm Emily Echeverria, Marketing Communications Director for Council on Aging of West Florida and the host of Coming of Age. Watch our show to find out what we're doing for our seniors and their families and hear from area experts and local business owners about their programs and services. Want to help? Find out how you can work with us to bring a better future to our seniors. Watch Coming of Age, 3:30 p.m. Wednesdays, only on Blab TV.
It's that time again. It's Animal Allies cat adoption time. Here are a few faces you might see. Meet these guys and more. Saturdays, May 3rd and 17th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Pet Supermarket. See you there!
Early detection saves lives. The Florida Department of Health and Gaston County Regional Florida Breast and Cervical Cancer Early Detection Program, they're hosting a mobile mammography event on Friday, May the 16th from 8 until 5 at the Gaston County Health Department at 278 LaSalle La Fall Drive, Quincy, Florida. Free or low-cost mammograms will be provided for eligible women 40 to 64 if you do not have health insurance or low income. To see if you qualify, call 850-743-6038.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. We've got somebody on the phone real quick, Coach. Okay. I got to see who this is. Let's say now. Good morning.
Hey, Sonshine. I had two questions for Coach.
Yes.
One of them is, if you eat the real food, will you be less inclined to eat processed food? Because the processed food won't give your cells what they want.
That's right.
All right.
The second question is, because you all were talking about breakfast, I read somewhere, and I want to know how you feel about this, that the first thing you should take in is water when you wake up. Because if you slept for 7 or 8 hours, or 6, 7, 8 hours, whatever, you have actually been on a fast. Your body has been on a fast for those 7 or 8 hours. So you have been without water, and you will be dehydrated in the morning. So I read somewhere that it's a good thing first thing to go in should be water. Those are my two points right there. Sunshine.
Oh Lord, that's it. You know, he just look. Coach is smiling because you telling us what we.
Yeah, you own it. You own it.
You own it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, love. He's gonna listen while we talk. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
First question for the caller. Yeah, you're gonna feel better. Most people don't know how good it feels to eat. healthy, right? Because they've been so consistent in such a routine.
That's
of just
right.
Eating sugar,
That's
eating
right.
processed foods, whole 9 yards, and they've been like, I've been getting by, right? But they don't realize once you switch it up, you feel better, you look better, you start to see a change, not only in your body, your skin, your eyes, even the way you feel, right? But you don't know that feeling until you actually start to try. So yes, he's 100% right. Eating the proper food that you're supposed to eat for your body,
change it.
It will change everything. As far as drinking water in the morning, highly recommend it.
Right.
Highly recommend it. Yeah, you know, it just reactivates your whole system. You know.
So you think 8 hours?
If they get 8 hours of sleep, right?
Right. Because see, that's something else that I'm trying to get back in the habit of. Because man, I could operate at 4 hours like that. But I know that the body will even work and do what it has to do because it will lose weight while you're sleeping if you're getting the right amount of sleep.
Okay.
I read that. Dr. Ian told me that.
Okay.
But I mean, it's like the fact with even what Hassan was talking about, drinking the water. Our body is is a big percentage of our body is water. And if you're not getting the water that you need, okay. And when we fast, that is a fast when we go to sleep. Who was this one? I think it was, he said, when you sleep, the first thing you're doing is breaking the fast. So you do your break fast. You break fast.
Right.
That is, I think that was so, break fast.
Right.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
You're breaking the fast when you were asleep for 8 hours.
Right.
You see how you got me thinking about stuff that I had forgotten about. But it's all things that we need to do to make sure that we take care of our temple, you know? And I cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate you and your consistency.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you're gonna feel different. You may get sore, but you get over that because you gotta get this body used to what you have not been used to doing. You know? Yeah. And I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Absolutely. I appreciate you so much. We got to get you on No Bad Days Fitness, Team Brown.
That's right. We're going to get there. You're going to say, oh my God, Sonshine, you're just fading away. I'm going to say, can you see me now? No, but I want to do that. And I promise you and our viewers that I'm going to do that. I'm a woman of my word because of the fact there's a level where I want to be. And I know that the consistency, and I know what's helping me right now is all of this walking and the little bit of strength training that I do.
Right.
That's helping me out with what I'm doing. But I want to be more consistent.
Right.
I want to be more. Now, with my eating, I'm down to the science with that.
There you go.
I'm not going to go. I'm not going
back.
I'm not going back that way.
Right.
Because even now, my sense of smell is even stronger when it comes to grease. I can smell it.
Right.
Oh, that grease needs to be changed.
Right.
That's old.
Right.
I mean, I can smell the grease on the food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's amazing how your sensory become what it was supposed to be. That you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And people may think, oh, I don't know celery or I don't want no just an apple here. But when you learn to give your body the vegetables, I always go back to this. The Bible said in the beginning that we were living off the earth. That was the green foods. That was the vegetables that we were living off. You didn't hear him go out there and say, go cook no steak. You get what I'm saying? But if we give it to us more of what we need, that's what we need. Down to the raw, we got to close it. But I want to say to you, I appreciate you for doing what you're doing, for helping so many people as you do. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to take on something that's going to better you. This is why this show is here today. We talk about the things that's so needed in our community. Don't feel as if it's something that I'm pointing you out. No, it's helping me. It is certainly helping me. So I encourage you, take the necessary steps. Go to his Facebook page. You're going to see him, he got a chair. I said, oh God, he's holding the chair. I mean, but he's got that chair. And if you can't get him, call me and I guarantee you I'll put you in touch with him.
Absolutely.
Because of the fact that you know what you're doing. And it's all about saving lives. We want to live longer.
Right.
And not somewhere as that you can't hardly walk. Because I believe, I don't care who you are, how old you are, how young you are. That's this lady, Miss Ernestine. She's 80-something years old. She didn't start working out till she was 50 because her sister died. And that's the finest woman you want to see. I mean, I'm talking fine.
Right.
Everybody's seen her on Facebook.
Right.
She's in her 80s. Bodybuilder.
That's right.
Didn't start till she was 50. Right. You can do the same thing. But you gotta be consistent with it and talk to Coach. We gotta get out of here because I gotta get Coach out of here. It's time for me to get out of here anyway. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to come back tomorrow. I want to invite you in. We've got Pastor Miller coming in tomorrow because this weekend is Mother's Day. Mother's Day is this Sunday. And we got Pastor J.H. Miller is going to be our guest tomorrow with this great song that he's written for mothers. Be a part of his inspiration to talk to you tomorrow. Tell somebody about it at 9 o'clock. And I'm going to leave you as I do every single day. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Never lose your focus. Always remember, if you keep God first, I can guarantee you this, you're going to be a total success. If you want to change your lifestyle, here he is. Change doesn't feel good, but it's so necessary because we got to stop talking about it and be about it.
Be about it. Transform the norm. Transform the norm.
Transform the norm.
Transform the norm.
Transform. We got a song. Transform the norm. Transform. No, but I'm saying that because we all need to do that. And you know, I tell you, Coach, I said this and I'm going to say it again. Most people will say, because you know what they look like, they've gained weight. Oh, I don't want to lose weight. Yes, you do. You just don't want to be, you don't know how to put that elbow. You can still bend that elbow, but what you got in the spoon.
Right.
You hear what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But that's what we got to do. Don't be afraid. Get to feeling better. You don't have to. And then you won't have to say, I won't have to go out there and say, just because they made it in your size, that don't mean you're supposed to wear it. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Let me get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fun day. I'll be back tomorrow with more information right here on Sunshine's Corner. Know that I love you, my dear guys, with a perfect kind of love. Now, if you want to join in with me this afternoon to have a little fun, to get a little active, meet me at the Fricker Center. I'll be there at 5:30, so you can come by there and just work out for an hour with me and get your body to moving right there. Until then, my friends, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Get to moving. Get to moving, get to moving, get to moving. Bye for now. Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.